How you been, whore? White plays an offensive opening here, putting black in a defensive position from the get-go. This is a good move. Black responds with, bad, my mom died. And this is sad and all, but you don't tell someone you've never spoken to something of this magnitude. Definitely a mistake. They then follow up with, show me your ass. Whoa, slow down, buddy. Black plays a huge blunder here, as no one is pulling their ass out because your mom died. I mean, I probably would, but my point still stands. A whole 5 hours later, Black messages again saying, I said show your ass. So I have a lesson for them. If you don't get a response the first time, do not shoot a second time. It's a basic opening principle and makes White resign out of fear. White opens with, this is Daniel from Instacart. They don't have the Greek yogurt you ordered. Is it okay if I buy a different brand? Being a good example for all Instacart workers. The manners are top-notch, making it a great move. Yeah, that's fine, is the unenthusiastic response from Black, but they're not choosing to be difficult, which is a great move. White then decides to go insane and says, with 3 M's. Better get that bed ready for me, cause I'm coming over tonight, smirking emoji. Here, White turns a strong position into a really weak one, and I hope this message makes it to his boss. He'd be lucky to keep his job. Shit, sorry for not censoring. Blunder. Black gets back with, yo, what? Which is a forced move. I would want answers if someone virtually seduced me too. White is forced to go defensive, so he replies with, that was for my girl, sorry. An old excuse that only dumbasses would fall for, cause White does definitely not have a girl. Maybe a boy. But luckily, Black isn't a dumbass like me and checkmates White in the next move. Next, White responds to the Huzz's profile with, I got an idea, ... and there's nothing much to this opening, which makes it a book move. Black hits back asking, what is it, which is also a book move. Matcha imaginary, ? Is White's response, and we will all be using this line in the future. Yes, you and me. Truly an excellent move, which really strengthens White's position on the board. Black responds, with 3 M's, my favorite. I'm down. And on the surface, this is a great move, securing the date, but the fact that Matcha imaginary is her favorite kind of scary. She's done this before. Hell no. Next, the classic opening is used in this match as White starts with, send me a pic, lol. Book move, but can be creepy nonetheless. Black replies with a picture that is meant to be her, but something is a little bit off. I just can't make out what. I'm joking, of course, I f***ing can. It's GTA. We got women pretending to be GTA characters and making a great move before GTA 6. WTF, ? Is that Grand Theft Auto, ? White plays one of the worst moves in this position because obviously it's Grand Theft Auto and now they look like a dumbass. The best move would have been to say GTA girls are hot, but this was an inaccuracy. Black gets back with, no, it just looks bad because I have an Android. Absolute cinema. White has an IQ lower than a newborn goldfish, and Black is taking full advantage of that with this brilliant offensive move. Oh word, you thick with 2 C's as shit, lol. I have officially lost all hope in humanity. I'm not exactly the perfect human, but compared to players like White who believe this is a real person, you may call me Epstein. Oh shit, wrong line. Einstein. Anyways, calling a GTA character thick is wild, especially with 2 C's. Bro has definitely spent time in the strip club. Blunder from White here. Next, White kicks things off with, hey baby, are you a vent? ? Cause I wanna jump in you. And gets completely ignored off the rip, so he follows up with, wanna play Among Us sometime? Innocent side of things, but the damage was already made in this mistake. Black hits back with, wow, you're so hot, and that was more unexpected than this channel reaching 50,000 subscribers. Thanks a lot. Black plays a great move here because a guy's dream is to be called hot, and she fulfills it. White makes another Among Us joke by replying, baby, you're so hot, you're making my reactor melt down. And I just know the man behind this is a stereotypical D1 Gooner, but clearly Black is into this, so I have to call it an excellent move. So smooth with 2 O's is Black's response, proving that they are in fact into it. Among Us Riz isn't exactly my cup of tea, but considering these two are weird as fuck, it's a good move. Smooth like my sliding in and out of your Holy shit, this is a generational fumble. White plays an outrageous move here because they had this shit in the bag and fumbled under absolutely no pressure. The Riz was a little bit too sus. I regret that deeply. Black replies, whoa, that's enough, and I couldn't agree more, making this an excellent move. Black then reports Whites to the admins and gets them banned, forcing a resignation. Mommy is the simple and creepy opening from White that could lead to anything, really. Book move. Black hits back with yes baby, question mark, communicating that they are into this, which makes White's previous turn a great move and this current turn also a great move. I love you dash sweating emoji. I mean dash please give me your number dash scared emoji. I mean dash we should hang out sometime cool emoji. I applaud White. If they decided to press send on this message, it would have been a generational fumble, but they locked in and decided to resign instead, so you really do have to respect the Gooner. Hello is White's classic e4 opening that could lead to millions of possibilities. Book move. Black responds, hi, exclamation point, who are you, comma, comma. Black plays a good move here by following a core opening principle for Discord matchups. Do not text strangers without asking who they are. I'm blank in brackets. I know, generic name. I'm 8 feet tall and a 12-inch dick. Is White's reply, and anyone who claims to have a 12-inch dick has 1/4 of that. This dude probably reads feminist literature too and is definitely lying, making this a mistake. Black gets back with, what? Simple yet effective, and I like it. Good move. White realizes they're in deep shit and says, sorry, I meant to send that to someone else, and I'm more inclined to believe that this guy isn't a virgin. People who drop D1 Gooner Riz and try to cover it up like this are idiots, and this is a blunder. Black reiterates, yeah, there's no recovery from that, and too many dots to count, acting as a lethal blow to White. When Huz says you can't recover, lol bro. Great move. White then closes with KYS and a racial slur that I will not be saying, but I will say that this chat was submitted in my Discord, so join with the link in the description to submit yours. Anyway, this move is a blunder. White starts with, hey Jules, exclamation point. It's Mr. Hutchinson from 11th grade math. Haven't heard from you in a while, we should catch up soon, smiley face. This shit is devious. White plays a criminal move, putting them in a really weak position. Get this man behind bars and make sure no former students are in there with him or they could be cooked, especially if they drop the soap. The worst part is, he isn't even done. White adds, wow, you've grown, exclamation point, winking emoji to provocative picture, and I've never handed out back-to-back criminal moves before, but this warrants it and makes Black report the account immediately. Let's hope he gets banned, and on a registry. Okay, what kind of pickup line would you like, question mark? Cheesy, funny, or unhinged, question mark, with hinge in brackets is the opener from White, and it is an excellent move. This joke makes me laugh more than looking in the mirror. Black responds with, unhinged, please, and she's after some peak humor from White. This move applies a lot of pressure and could lead to a mistake from White, making it a great move. Oof, that's risky, but alright, laughing emoji. Are you the Gulf of America, question mark, because I drill you, spill on you, and change your name, smiling face. Jesus Christ, White has revealed their Gooner status. I get they asked for unhinged, but this may have been a bit far considering all it got was a like, but they were not done. Alright, 2 unhinged I can see for now, period. How about this one? When you fell from heaven, did it jiggle? This is a miss, and now there are so many other moves available. The game started so well, and then it went to shit. Sounds like every time I go to the bathroom. It opens the Gooner's Gambit by saying, okay with 3 Ys, do you ever get and this looks like it's straight out of those Gideon pred catching videos. White plays a serious blunder in the opening because you do not ask this to someone. Not particularly, no, considering I'm underage, period, is the response from Black. Black plays a great move on the defense here and lets their opponents know it is illegal to continue the game, but unfortunately, Black has hacks installed. Black then replies with, okay, just wondering, I feel like my is too big, ... Get this dude behind bars now. White has the chance to be the good guy and resign from the game, but they played a very terrible offensive move that registered as another criminal move. Black gets back with, how come, forced move. The is showing fear for sure. White answers with, because girls are always looking at it in class. Do girls kind of like looking at guys' in their pants, question mark, in public? The only way that White has a big third leg is if it acts the same as Pinocchio's nose because this dude is chatting absolute bullshit. Another mistake from White. Black replies, generally not, period. Why, question mark. Reasonable response, but a miss because why the Black still playing the game? There's an abort button for a reason, the one that his mother should have clicked. The one girl came up to me and said, quote, it's really big, I like it, quote. White plays the worst defensive move and there were so many better options, like maybe not lying. The only person who has ever called this dude's penis big is the girl he subscribes to on OnlyFans, which is why this is an inaccuracy. Black replies, oh, double question mark, like the person they are, who should not be exposed to this. I'm scared for what White responds to this, and it is a mistake for not ending the game again, which is what would happen if you don't like and subscribe. White gives a fun fact in, one time my stepsister and her BSF walked in on me off in shower, which has no relation to anything previously said and is about as relevant as Hassan in 2025, so it has to be a mistake. Black calmly responds, you should lock the door next time, period, delivering a neat checkmate. Do you send? Is White's opening, and of course the shit is on Snapchat, the breeding hole of teenagers who want nothing other than nudes. Anyone who asks for pictures this soon into a chat needs to be stopped. Huge mistake, like you watching at home. Definitely not me. Black responds, ew, no, ... And I would say ew too, because ain't no way I'm sending my pee-pee to a kid named Lucas. Sorry if any Lucases are watching. Good move. White hits back with, you don't have the math from 5th period, ... delivering a plot twist that will go down in the top 3 of all time. Brilliant move. It was us who had the dirty minds all along. Damn it. Yeah, sure, IG, and a picture of the homework. Black plays a good move here, but the I guess at the end acts very offensive. It's a short and polite way of saying I don't believe you, but they give them the benefit of the doubt. Sadly, it bites them in the ass as White replies nice with 3 E's. I know it's super weird to ask, but now I feel like we've grown a connection in the last couple of chats. Can I see your cannons now? And ain't no way he means actual cannons. Your trick won't work twice, buddy, which is why this is a miss and they resign the game. Next. Mommy is the one-liner from White, which probably has a success rate of a ripped them. It just communicates how home you are from the get-go and usually results in no bitches, an inaccuracy. Interesting, ? I'm gonna give you another shot at a first impression. Black plays a piss-poor mistake here because anyone who opens with this does not deserve a second chance. White doubles down by saying mommy for a second time, and bro just doesn't learn. It really is sad and results in checkmate in Black's favor. Next, White opens with hey, which is the most common book move in the game. Black mirrors this and replies hey, but makes their H capital to show superiority. They then say, just so you know, I'm not gay or anything, on the app Grindr. The fuck do you mean you're not gay? They must have missed what app they were on or something, making this a miss. White hits back with, this is Grindr, my guy, which is what I'm saying. It's my favorite app. Anyway, a good move which puts Black in a position of defense. Black takes the position strongly and responds with, I guess people who are lactose intolerant can't walk down the dairy aisle, ? I'm just looking. I hate to inform you, buddy, but you're in the wrong place. Look at me instead, and that would be a brilliant move.